Hello friends, my name is Thomas Alva Edison, an American engineer, inventor, and entrepreneur, the creator of the phonograph, improved the telegraph, telephone, cinematography, developed one of the first commercially successful versions of the incandescent electric lamp. I was born in Milan, Ohio on February 11, 1847. My father was a farmer, and my mother was a former teacher. I had 2 brothers and 2 sisters. When I was 2, we moved to a farm in Indiana, then to a small village called Port Huron, Michigan. At age 5, my family moved again, this time to Detroit. I hated moving so often, and I was very lonely. At age 7, I began to study the works of Shakespeare and the poets. I loved to read, and I would spend hours in the library reading everything I could get my hands on. I was an avid reader all throughout school. When I was 12, my mother died. I was devastated. It was the first time that I had ever lost someone close to me. I was so heartbroken that I decided to drop out of school and go to work. At age 14, I got a job as a telegraph operator, and I was making good money. I was also working as a janitor and a fireman. I saved up enough money to buy a ticket to Europe. When I arrived in Paris, I was amazed at the culture and the art. I spent a year there learning as much as I could, before returning to the United States. I met and married Mary Stillwell in 1871. We had 3 children together. My wife and I were very passionate about each other, and we loved to dance. We would often go dancing at the local dance hall. I was a very busy man, but I always made time for my family. I would often take my children on trips to the zoo or to an amusement park. I was a strict but fair father. I loved to experiment with new things, and I was always tinkering in my workshop. I was a very hard worker, and I was often in my office until late at night. I held many patents, but my most famous invention was the electric light bulb. I also invented the phonograph and the motion picture camera. As I grew older, I became more interested in philanthropy, and I started giving away large sums of money to various charities. Later in life, I married Marion D. Miller, and we had 1 son together. She was a wonderful woman, and she took care of me during my final illness. I died on October 18, 1931. My legacy lives on through my inventions and through the Edison Electric Institute, which I founded. Throughout my life, I had many accomplishments, and I was awarded many honors and prizes. But my greatest achievement was being named one of the 100 greatest Americans of all time. I was very proud of this honor. If you liked the video, like it, subscribe and write in the comments what else you know about this person.